Hey folks, welcome back to our channel. So recently I installed a DC to DC converter, a Bluetti, onto my Jackery power battery bank. And what I'm doing right now is basically just driving around. We're at the beautiful island named Suoshima in Yamaguchi Prefecture, not too far from my house. What I wanted to do is just come and drive around 2-3 hours, whatever, spend the day. I have some really good lunch. They have really cool different kind of cafes and restaurants around here. What I wanted to do is just basically prove that the DC to DC charger will charge my vehicle a whole lot better than solar. So if you're trying to maximize solar and vehicle power in your camper van, your RV, whatever the case may be, I think this would be a good choice if you're in the same situation that I am. For reference, I am in Japan. I am a foreigner currently living and working in Japan. But in the meanwhile, when we have a chance, we like to travel around in our camper van and enjoy this beautiful country. Please follow along and you can see the end result of how I was able to connect the Bluetti Charger One DC to DC charger onto my Jackery 2000 plus power bank. All right, have a great day. So last week I attempted to install the Renegade the Renegade 40 amp DC to DC converter that goes from the alternator to my Jackery battery over there in the power bank. However, after 3 days it was unsuccessful, and I think I ended up figuring out that if the Jackery does not sense the proper voltage, it will not work. So that was a big waste of time, and I was able to return it, so not a whole lot of waste of money, but lesson learned. If you're trying it, I would recommend not doing it. Or if you know how to do it, please let us know in the comments below, but maybe too late by now. And then I did other research, is what I'm going to try right now. The Bluetti, so the Bluetti has a pretty cool DC to DC converter, and it seems a whole lot simpler. And it actually, quite frankly, has much nicer cables as well. The other one I had to fabricate my own cables. I had to terminate the ends, which this one is already terminated. It comes with a circuit breaker, and I separately bought 60 amp fuses, which are here to install about 30 centimeters from the battery. So this is what I'm going to try now here throughout this weekend. So from what I saw other YouTube videos, that it can be done. The only thing is that you're going to have to program manually the input voltage to the Jackery, which makes sense, which is again is what was causing it not to. Now from what I understand, I did not see it on Jackery's website, but I did some research. Actually ChatGPT said that at the Consumer Electronics show 2025, Jackery announced that they are coming up with their own version of a DC to DC converter that you can connect to a Jackery, just like Bluetti and other brands. But they have not advertised a release date yet. Also, from what I understand, is because the Jackery has two inputs, two DC inputs. So the one here on the right is for my solar. I have two 200 watt Renegade solar panels, and this is where the other one will go, which would be, say, for it could either be your cigarette lighter, but your cigarette lighter, it only brings in about 80 watts and it takes forever. So this one is going to go directly into the battery alternator, and let's see how much we can draw out of it. So please stay tuned. Let's see what we come up with. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm a foreigner living in the countryside of Japan, so let me go ahead and show you a little bit. So yeah, we live in the countryside. We renovated a house, a former vacant house in Akiya. So if you're interested in that topic, please check out some of our other videos. But we also enjoy traveling throughout Japan, and I'm doing this obviously to enjoy our travels a little bit more. A couple months ago I installed the two 200 watt Renegade solar panels on the top. That's pretty good, but not enough for summer when you have the air conditioner running and stuff like that. And here in about 30 days, we're going to Hokkaido. We're going to go up the Sea of Japan side, bounce around for about almost 2 weeks, and then end up back at Sapporo to go to the RV show there in Sapporo, and then catch the ferry back. If you're interested in that, please check it out. Look forward to those videos. And for reference, if you're interested in how much the ferry tickets cost, they are about, to include this van and a cabin, not top of the line, but not bottom of the line, so mid-grade, about $900 one way, $900 US one way. And then the ride is about almost 24 hours. You leave late at night around 9 p.m. or so, and then you arrive the next day around 9 p.m. So what we plan on doing is arriving, finding a spot at Michinoeki, and hit the road. All right, so let's see if we can get this done. Okay, so I got the battery side connected, and now all I should have to do is connect these two into the input side, and to reach those, there's a little Allen screws way down in there. It does come with a little Allen wrench, which I seem to have 1,000 of them anyways, but actually this one is nice and long because you do have to reach in there. Let's go ahead and turn it off. That's pretty neat that it has it, and the cable is quite long. And so let's go ahead and connect it, but I still need to download the app. I kind of run out of daylight, and it's in Japanese, so hopefully I can figure it out. And for the output side, same deal. Just have to unscrew the Allen screws right there, bring them up, connect them, and then for the Jackery in particular, you have this connector, and plug into the second port. Okay, so let's download the app, connect this to the Jackery, and see what happens. Okay, so far seems pretty straightforward. The charging voltage needs to be changed, and custom changes. And for the Jackery, it was set to 56 because according to the instructions, that's what it will accept. So fingers crossed. Let's start it up and let's see what happens. I'm not going to plug the Jackery in yet. Right now I'm just going to turn on the engine and just kind of watch this and then plug it in. The preliminary wiring showed that I was bringing in 585 watts. This is very impressive. Once I knew that it was going to work, I took the time to route the cables neatly from the battery into the van. So based on the length, it looks like I'm going to have to put it right here. But it's a nice enclosure, so no big deal. I should be able to drill it right there on the side. Run the cables along this way in through my little enclosure, whatever, and down this way into the engine. So let's go ahead and knock this part out. Going to figure out a way to fish it in through here, secure it nicely along here, and then connect it onto the battery. All right, I had to run to the store real quick and get some tools so I can run the wire through into the, I guess, the engine compartment, and then I'll be tying down the cable as well. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this works out. Okay, so we ran as neatly as possible the cables. So the ground goes into here, and then I was able to kind of fit this big 60 amp fuse through there, clamp it onto the positive terminal. I secured them down all along the firewall there, and then over there I drilled a hole with a garment. I ran it through here. I cut a little hole in the carpet. Again, ran it all the way down through the hole here and back this way. This circuit breaker, I'm going to figure out where to put it. Okay, so right now the solar panels are disconnected and we have obviously zero input. I'm going to start up the van and see what we get. One last thing, make sure that all my tools are not in the way. The engine compartment here, always safe to double check. Connected, negatives connected, positive connected. Everything's out of the way. Drill through the hose. Okay, let's start her up. There you go, 37. I'm pretty sure it's going to keep adjusting. All goes well. There you go, 500 watts. Yay. 400. So obviously right now it's idling, so it's just, there you go, folks. So what I'm going to do is, so we are about 58. Then the other battery is probably around the same. I'm going to clean up here, and tomorrow we're going to drive down to a really cool island down the street, about an hour from here, called Suoshima, a beautiful island. And I was telling my wife that I want to go over there just to run it and to see how much we charge. So it's probably in total, probably about 3 hours driving around. So I'm hoping that by the time we're done and come back home, we should be back at 100%. I hope you enjoyed the process of us installing. Again, this is the Charger One from Bluetti, which is the competitor to Jackery. As I mentioned before, Jackery is supposedly coming out with their own DC to DC charger, but they have not. The cool feature is that you can adjust it manually. So if whatever type of battery that you have, you just have to look at in the back or your instructions and see what the input voltages are. I did that, and I double checked with ChatGPT. ChatGPT is one of my best friends right now. A lot of controversy with ChatGPT because people say that it's making us dumber. Me, on the other hand, I think it's making me smarter because it's like someone teaching me. If I'm curious, I look it up and I read about it, and I keep on reading and reading and reading. So for whatever it's worth, to me, it's like a teacher and hopefully non-biased. Very, very easy. I will have this on my description as hopefully I can get it as an affiliate. I am not sponsoring Bluetti or anything like that, but myself and many other YouTubers, one way that you can support is if there's an affiliate link that basically just goes straight to Amazon and we get a little percentage of the sale. Sorry, no discounts or anything like that. But again, if you want to do that, that's fine. If not, you can even just look this up really quick. It comes with all the tools. It does not come with the 60 amp fuse that I installed. But however, the instruction manual does not say nothing about it. But if you watch other videos and whatnot, they recommend installing a 60 amp fuse there. I'm going to further experiment with plugging in the solar panels because it will not charge at the same time. This particular model will not do it with that. If Jackery comes up with their own that you can run the alternator and solar at the same time, charging through both ports of the Jackery. That would be awesome. But I think this is going to be a game changer for our future trips. As I mentioned before, we're going to Hokkaido next month, and I am pretty sure that with this, I will be charged up at 100%. And the solar, when we're not driving this Jackery 2000 plus, we can run the microwave, the coffee pot, and our air conditioner pretty much at the same time and enjoy the evening. But in the morning, we're kind of low on power. So hopefully you get something out of it. And if you're interested in more of this, please follow us along as we continue living in the countryside here in Japan and traveling throughout the country. All right, have a great day. Bye. So I finished the install yesterday, and today we're going to go on a quick little local drive to a really cool island called Suoshima, which is about an hour from here. We're going to drive around there for a couple hours. So total, we should have at least 3 hours of driving around today, and I wanted to see how it does and see how long it takes for us to get up to 100%, or at least see where we get. So we're about to leave. On the main battery, we're at 55%. With right now idling, we're at 444 watts, and the extended battery, we are 70%. It's 11 a.m. and again, we're just going to drive around for the day and see where we end up. All right, let's go. So we just drove about an hour and a half from our house, and we're gonna, hopefully we can go in here and have some lunch. But look at this beautiful view. I'm about to check the percentage right now, but look at this. Absolutely gorgeous, folks. Look, oh my God, look at this water. Beautiful beach. And again, this is Suoshima, and from what I was told, that is like one of the top destinations for a lot of people from Tokyo that come over here and have second homes. And over there on the right, there is a glamping place. We're gonna go check it out here in a minute. Yeah, let's go ahead and check the percentage. And let's see, it was an hour and a half driving. And let's compare the before and after. We are now at 87%. And let's look at this one. 76. Gorgeous view. Are they open in the morning? We gotta go look at the glamping place that's over there. But that'd be really cool if you come over here glamping, then you come over here and eat lunch and just chill. Off the beaten path too. There's no one around here other than just locals and us. I guess we're kind of locals, right? An hour and a half away, local. Oh my, look at that. That's pretty looking. So literally right down the street from the cafe that we just went to is this glamping resort Otoha. Check it out. That would be kind of cool to stay at. Those little capsule things, they're like saunas. And right on the water. They're really nice. And it's brand new because last time I was here like a couple years ago, and this place was not here, so it's relatively new. Oh, okay. Oh, these are different units right here too, I see. And it looks like each of these units have their own little platform to relax at night. I would really love to see if they had a spot for your vehicle. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep on driving. We're gonna hit a couple spots, go to Michinoeki, and just little by little, just again, just build up time, driving time, so I can see if I could get my battery up to 100% just by driving. They do have a Michinoeki here in Suoshima, and it's obviously right by the ocean. We have never stayed here because it's only, like I said, it's only about an hour away from our house, but definitely going to make it a trip one of these days because, like I said, even though it's a small island, they have all kinds of cool little restaurants and stuff. So that's what we're talking about. Someday we're just gonna come over here and kind of like binge eat everywhere we go. But let's go ahead and check out the inside. Okay, so we've been driving around, let's see, what, it's about an hour and a half or so to get here, and then driving around, stopping and whatnot. We are at 87% on the main one and 96% on the bottom one, and right now we're heading home, and from here it's about an hour and 20 minutes. So let's see if we could get at 100% by the time we make it home. So there you have it. I would call this success, folks, 100%. It is 5 p.m. right now, and we left around 11, and we drove around, we stopped, and quite frankly, we were at 100% about 30 minutes ago or so. So yeah, both are back to 100%. This is the Bluetti Charger One DC to DC converter. Very, very easy to install. Comes with all the components and everything that you need. Just a reminder that you will have to most likely manually change the input voltage. You can find that on the back. Another thing, if you have the solar plugged into your second port, it will probably not detect it, so disconnect it, and then you will have to manually connect it. I'm going to try to make another switch similar to this one right here. Let me go ahead and just turn this off for now to see if I can get around that. But again, I'll call this success. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations for other folks and myself, please comment below. And I hope you enjoy this type of content. All right, have a great day. Bye.